Hi everyone, this is Lulu from As You Wish Pottery, and in this video I will show you how to create this piece using the trendy pouring technique. As always, here's our supply list. Feel free to pause this section and take notes as we will begin shortly. Begin the project by using a pencil to sketch the writing on tracing paper, and after, use a marker to retrace the writing on the center of the platter. Once finished, remove the tracing paper and the tape. Next, we will be using the Black Lab Fun Writer to go over our traced letters on the center of the platter. Before we start, remember to shake your Fun Writer bottle really well away from your plate before you begin, and make sure to squeeze a little bit of paint onto a paint palette to make sure that you have the correct pressure needed to use the Fun Writer in an efficient way. Remember, you don't have to squeeze too hard. All you need is a gentle squeeze between your thumb and your index finger right on the center of that bottle, and the paint will come out just as it should. To make a letter thicker, all you have to do is squeeze the bottle a little bit more and go over that line again. This is the perfect time to sign the bottom of your platter before continuing. Press the sticky side of the contact paper onto the pottery. First the rectangle shape over the words, and then press the accent branches over the rectangle. Use the backside of any brush to gently press the edges of the contact paper to stick to the pottery and remove any air bubbles. If any air bubbles are caught in the contact paper, paint might seep through, and we just want to make sure that we get an area of clean bisque. Move the platter away, and on a cup, pour a dollop of about 1 ounce or so of Simply Cinnamon, Peachy Keen, Peachy Fuzz, Polar Bear, Rag and Red, and Hematite. We shouldn't have a full cup, but it should be enough to cover the platter. Feel free to change the colors, but always have a variety of tones from light to dark. Hold the piece upside down over the cup. Hold tightly and flip both over, so the paint pours over the piece. Hold the piece with both hands, move the paint around the surface to cover the platter. Move a little bit slower towards the edges of the platter to avoid any spills. Whenever you're ready to pour the leftover paint, use an empty water bowl. Use a damp, round sponge to clean off the runoff paint on the edge of the platter. Pour a small amount of the 91% alcohol on a 2-ounce cup and use a small square brush to splatter the platter and reveal the cells. What we call cells are just the movement of layers of paint showing other colors underneath. Here's a closer look of my platter. Now let's allow the platter to dry for 10 to 15 minutes. Use masking tape to create a border on the edge of the rectangle and cover the writing. With the Black Lab Fun Writer, fill in the vine, the leaves, and paint the border around the center rectangle. Complete the top border first, then move on to the bottom border, and then do the sides, allowing time for everything to dry as you go on. Use a short detail brush to round out the leaves around the top and bottom border. Complete the center rectangle using the Black Lab Fun Writer to connect the top and bottom lines. Lastly, use a round sponge to paint the rim of the platter using Black Lab paint. Remember, this piece needs at least 1 day of drying time before firing. Thanks for painting, and thanks for watching!